Hey guys, it's Sarah here, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to go through my top 5 most hated pieces of writing advice, because there's good writing advice and there's bad writing advice, and bad writing advice sucks. So, number 1, you must read every day. Screw that. You can't be a good writer, they say, unless you read every day, unless you read everything, the good stuff and the bad stuff, unless you hole yourself up in your bedroom with 2,500 books and read them all in 5 days. That last one was an exaggeration. I don't read every day. Heck, I haven't read a book in almost 6 months. But I'm not a bad writer. Reading is important. Yes, of course it is. But not every day. Not everything. And it certainly doesn't mean you're a bad writer if you don't. Number 2, you must write every day. Making a daily habit of writing can be a good thing. Some writers thrive on it. But sometimes people just physically can't write every day, especially if they're a parent or work full time or are a student or have 101 other commitments other than writing. It doesn't mean you can't be a writer if you don't spend 24/7 getting words down. Number 3, said is dead. Said is boring. You need to use words that describe how the dialogue is being projected. Use ejaculated and perplexed and vacillated. No, said is perfectly fine. Said is invisible. Most readers will completely ignore said and carry on with their lives, and the dialogue will flow nice and naturally. Using said encourages us to show the readers how the character is feeling and how the character is acting, instead of telling them. Of course, don't just use said. Balance people, but don't not use it at all. Number 4, adverbs are bad, never use them. People say this to me all the time, and truth be told, I can't actually remember what an adverb was. All I know is that it ends in ly and should not be used, ever. So I can't run quickly or eat noisily or speak incredibly slowly. Honestly, adverbs are a little bit like said. Don't use them all the time. There are better ways to describe how someone is doing something than using an adverb. Sure, it's a describing word. There are certain places that adverbs can actually be helpful, especially those places where you don't want to painstakingly describe someone running without saying so. Number 5, show. Don't tell, ever. Look, I'm all for showing the reader that someone is happy or sad or angry. It adds so much to the emotional journey, not only for the character, but for the reader as well. But to only show? Your novel will be about 10,000 words too long, and your readers will have to go through 3 entire paragraphs describing how tired your protagonist actually is. Sometimes you can tell. It's fine. It's normal. It's okay. The important parts, the ones that play an integral role to your character's arc, show those. People often get confused that showing is showing everything, describing everything in perfect detail, but it's not. Think of showing as showing the reader how your character is feeling, rather than telling the reader how your character is feeling. Show them they're angry through their actions, their clenched fists, they're punching a table, their tightened jaw, rather than just telling us they were angry. That's the difference. What's your most hated piece of writing advice? Because I really want to know. Thank you so much for watching. Good thoughts and happy writing.